rolling. Good morning, everybody. Buildings and grounds. Rich?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Okay, since the last time we met, we had the health department come out first week of November. They went through all of our schools. Nothing major, a few minor issues here and there, some suggestions on their part. They'll be sending us the report here shortly, and we will attend to those over Christmas break. And then the ones that we can't take care of over Christmas break, we will definitely take care of and highlight during the summer. But all in all, it went well. We're in that odd zone of heating season. We have the boilers running at all schools. One day it's going to be 17 degrees outside, and the next day it's 55. So it's just a constant monitoring of trying to make sure we don't overheat buildings. Sometimes we do, but it's just the way Mother Nature wants to be. And but we continue to keep an eye on it. But we feel very comfortable that come the deep throes of winter, we'll be ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, everybody's aware November 10th and 11th we had our first snow events. They weren't as bad as the snow apocalypse they were calling for. We used that as our spring training, so to speak, but all the equipment operated as needed, and the snow company, North Shore, was on site as well, handling things for us in a timely manner, so I feel confident that when it really does come, we will be out there and ready and getting the schools open for our daily teaching. We've had, since the monsoon of rains have shown up at the end of October, beginning of November, we've had a plethora of, yes, that's the word of the day, plethora, roof leaks at all the schools. They have, I would say 90% of them have been attended to. We have a few outliers that we are looking for a couple days of good weather the next week or two, and we will attend to those. Those outlier ones are not, we're not happy to have any water in our building, but those are not anything detrimental to hallways, classrooms, or offices. So we are aware of them, and we are taking the appropriate action. Monday, October 27th, Vasco came out. Vasco is the company who we do a biannual cleaning and sanitation of our football turf. They fixed, on the 27th, they fixed the little bit of washout that we had at the water box from the underground water leak that we had discussed at the last meeting. They pulled that back, repacked everything, reset the water box, restitched the turf. It's fixed. They went ahead and did a deep grooming on the field and sanitizing. Their comments to me were that even though the turf is starting to lay over just because of age and use, for the amount of use that we get on this field, it's impressive where we are sitting. We're still bouncing between fair and good, which is a good thing. So we are still looking at a few more.
2 to 3 years, if they're thinking?
I would say 2 to 3 years, yeah. We finished trenching last week to run the new power line for the new softball scoreboard. That scoreboard is being delivered, my understanding is today. It will be offloaded and stored until the installer arrives. So we have everything on our end, as far as I'm concerned, ready to go for them when they get it. So they'll set the poles, they'll erect the scoreboard, and then they will connect the power that we leave there for them, and then we'll be good to go. So I would think probably by the end of the month, if not sooner, it should be done. Lastly, I'm not sure if it was last month, Mike, or the month before for the board agenda, we had an $89,000 approved purchase order for GEM, and that is for the heat exchangers and boilers for Parkside and Riverview. In speaking with the owner of Roberts Mechanical and the distributor Mestech, the manufacturer is Mestech, who is the mothership to Roberts as a distributor. Roberts presented to me an option of changing out the heat exchangers, adding some additional parts and equipment to the boilers, and they guaranteed us a minimum of 20-year life if we went that step. So I've agreed to go that route. I'm asking the Buildings and Grounds Committee to approve and the board to approve on Thursday. I'd like to take that $89,000 approved purchase order and just split it between the two entities, one being Roberts Mechanical for the parts and implements that we're putting on the boilers, and the other part would be GEM to do the installation, the labor of tear out and put in. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to enter into a yearly service contract with Roberts Mechanical. My goal here is that Roberts Mechanical will supervise the installation of the heat exchangers. They will supervise the implementation of the additional devices to the boilers. They again will then sign off that everything is as they have spec'd. Then they will monitor the boilers through an Ethernet system that we'll be adding to our boilers. And then they will be responsible for the yearly maintenance of it. So my goal here is to make sure that we get 4 operational boilers, we get 20 years of life out of them, and if anything does fail, it is only strictly going to be Roberts Mechanical, because they will be the sole individual company that has overseen everything, agreed to everything, and has maintained them as well. This way I'm removing the responsibility from myself, my staff, the district, and any other outside contractors or vendors.
You're having Dan write up a contract to that effect, or?
If that's recommended, I can go that way.
Well, I mean, if they're saying they're gonna give us 20 years, then we probably should have it in writing.
I have it in writing.
Okay.
I have it in an email.
Yeah, can you have Dan just look at it?
I will definitely
just
do
in
that.
case anything needs to
Sure.
be added, language.
So just so you have a breakdown, the installation from GEM would be $23,690. The parts and equipment from Roberts is $60,568. So all told, that's $84,258. That is under the $89,000. We are also getting, Mestech and Roberts did deduct $20,000 off the total price of the 2 heat exchangers. And what was also written in an email and explained to me on the phone by the owner of Roberts, when the boilers are completed and they're up and running, they will be monitored for 60 days continuous through this Ethernet system. That information will be sent to Mestech. Once Mestech signs off that the boilers are operating at the capacity of what they are supposed to, I'm being told that the district will get a $20,000 rebate.
What kind of other parts are involved that they think may
All right,
extend the life?
we're going
of
to do a
the-
heat exchanger, we're going to do a spirotherm, spirovent air and dirt separator with a magnetic strainer in it to pull out any metal particles. We're also going to do a heat net online, which is the monitoring of the boilers. And then there is a one boiler at Riverview has something growing inside of the heat exchanger. We can see it. We're not sure what the schmutz is. And that is for $5,235. So what Roberts will do in conjunction with GEM is they will shut that boiler down when the other one is fixed. They will remove that heat exchanger, clean it, have the debris removed, and have that looked at by another company to determine what it was. So that's all that's involved.
Okay,
in that.
question then, if they're doing the additional parts and monitoring on the 2 new ones, would they add those parts to the existing?
The parts are going to work for both boilers in both schools.
Okay, all right, so
So
it's
is
all,
that what the schmaltz is from, is not having a separator of some kind?
No, nobody's even sure what this pile of whatever is in it, but that's why we're going to tear it down, clean it up, and have it investigated.
I'm just curious how this other stuff fixes that metal fatigue or whatever it was that,
Their claim is that by having the dirt and air separator and an automatic blowdown, it is removing as much particle from the system as possible. Also, we are going to have a chemical company that they recommended for water treatment. They will also come out biannually, test the water, and make any necessary additives to the system to make sure we're what pHs we need to be in, what particles are not there or are there, and we can handle. So basically, it's one big package of do this, you're going to get 20 years, we're going to give you $20,000, and I'm standing back going, okay, if it breaks, it's on you. We're not going to blame this
Right.
person, this person, or this person. You agreed to it, you signed off on it. You tell us why now.
no, good, yeah. It's probably the best place we could be.
It's going to, yes, it is.
Did you ever see the movie The Alien?
not for a
You know,
long time.
what's inside? Okay, all right. All right, question, on the roofs, what buildings, what roofs?
All of them,
Slate roofs, flat roofs?
flats.
All the flats?
Yep.
On all the buildings, Riverview, Parkside?
Riverview had a leak in the gym around a drain. Parkside has the roof leak above room 256. It's a drain slash, there was a tear. Don't know why there was a tear.
Just, could have been anything blowing through the air.
Could have been. We also still have the one that we've discussed multiple times in Buildings and Grounds by the kitchen at Parkside. We did do a tear off of the flashing. They moved up the regulate and the flashing a couple more inches, re-adhered it so it wasn't flapping. So we're hoping that's going to fix that problem at Riverview.
Flapping, I mean, it just literally
It was
detached.
adhered at the regulate, and it was just a big bubble.
Yeah,
Campus, we've had flat roof issues. Some of them are just ongoing that we fix. They stay dry, then they come back. The field house did have 13. They were at seams, they were at joints.
what kind of roof is on there?
Metal on the field house.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that a screw-down roof or a?
It's screwed up.
Yeah, surface screws?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got the grommets,
Yep.
and what happens is you put a screw down, if it's just a little bit like that, then that rubber, if you will, wears out and you start getting penetration. So, is there any discussion, any talk about maybe going up and caulking all the screw heads?
When they were here, they did, but that is another conversation I'm having with Roberts Roofing to do something in the spring.
Because if they'll just go and caulk all of them, you get a seal on all those, and you're not having drips everywhere.
We're also going to put together a comprehensive proposal to do a spring peon on all the.
Yeah, and on that metal roof, I mean, it's just time, it's not hard, I mean, there's some material, but it's mostly
Right.
just time.
Buckeye had 3. Melridge had 1. That was it. Lamouth we had a couple at Lamouth.
So, what I heard was you had a little bit of wall, you had maybe a drain or two. Were there any general field leaks?
Yes, Buckeye has field leaks. High school has field leaks. Lamouth has field leaks.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. I got there's a Hack Excavating who took down the 2 trailers at Buckeye. I gotten a price from him and another company to take down the trailer at Melridge. When you guys fixed that wall at Melridge, did you take the other walls apart to see if there's any mold in them, or did you fix the one wall?
We fixed the area that was bad and went additional footage.
On either side?
On either side and the ceiling. And to be compliant with the EPA, we also did air quality test afterwards.
Right.
And that air quality test was to make sure that there were no mold spores in there and everything
Right.
came back within
Clean.
parameters. Yes.
Okay. So, obviously, these modular units, the trailers, aren't made to be long-term units, and so what we've had in the district are long-term service with these units, and it's my understanding that kids were probably not supposed to be in there this year, but they are in there this year. And so I've gotten a couple prices to remove the trailer and just do the general things. There's pillars, you fill in the holes, and you just, take care of things after you're done. So the one price was $17,800, the other price was $16,500, and the $16,500 was from the guy that did the 2 at Buckeye. So what I would do, Dennis, is just a normal take it off and haul it away type of thing. And so what I would suggest is we take that down, and the idea is we want everything to be as safe as possible for the kids, and Rich did good work, but we want to make sure, like when we took down the trailers at Buckeye, there was mold in the walls. The one was so bad the wood was rotted, it had been going on for years. So, what are your thoughts about removing that?
Well, it should come out and probably sooner rather than later.
Well, the school's in, so it would probably have to be after the school year.
Yeah.
If it's after the school year, it's not a problem. We need it for storage
Oh,
right now. There's
yeah.
all kinds of books and stuff
No,
like
no,
that. But
no.
I would absolutely agree.
Wouldn't
Thank you for
interrupt the
getting the
school
price.
year, yeah.
The people who are in the front, in the classroom away from where the issue was, we have maybe a handful of students who we could do their services in the library, but we know kids like to go to the library, so we bring them out there because of preschool being there and everything else. So once preschool is at Riverview, not a problem.
Okay, all right, well, real good on that. And then the bus treatments, that I understand that he'll be forwarding something over to our treasurer today for a bus treatment contract. So I'd like to recommend we put that on the agenda. This would go on the agenda for tomorrow, and the bus treatment would go on the agenda for tomorrow.
The treatment works, so it needs to keep up.
Okay. And so that's that. Melissa just left. And the announcement was the Melissa Malakar wing is just about complete. And she didn't want to hear that, I guess. She keeps saying, don't talk about me. So that's looking pretty good over there. How close is that to being completely done?
It's done. I think they still have several weeks to go.
Okay, but
They
I
were
mean-
just starting casements yesterday.
But we're getting there.
We're getting there, yeah.
Yes, I mean, from the outside, it looks really good.
They're supposed to do kitchen door this week, painting of the stripes in the rooms Friday. And then it's just all the interior casement and stuff like that.
Yeah, all finish work pretty
Yes.
much, huh?
Yes.
Well, really good.
And I will say the doors that were installed in the cafeteria, that light is very welcoming. The natural light is very welcoming in the cafeteria.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And shoot, after the grass comes up and you have a couple months in, no one will know anything was done. Looks really good. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Is it?
Well, 20 minutes.
I tried.
Not bad, I'm glad I wasn't too late.
Real good. And that's really good news on the heat exchangers. 20 years, my goodness. Because we were looking at some different numbers.
We were looking at about $280,000 for boilers, and they came back and that's what we came up with.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I put everything on them.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.